Jared Robinson, WOWT 6, the Weather Authority. WOWT 6 News. Welcome home. This is your home for news with Cerise Cole, Dave Zavolinsky, weather with meteorologist Rusty Lord, Jenna James, and time saver traffic with Jordan Shefty and Lucy Chapman. You're watching WOWT 6 News Daybreak.
Good morning, everybody. WOWT 6 studios have never sounded so good, right, Rusty?
Smooth.
Omaha Northwest High School Band is here. We're going to check in with them in just a bit. Man, They sound good.
Apparently, they play some modern stuff too. One of our producers also like they might play some Taylor Swift for us. We'll see what happens.
We're going to talk to them. We're excited to have them here. A lot going on this weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Cerise Cole. There's Rusty Lord. Of course, we'll check in with Dave Zavolinsky, who's at Memorial Stadium this weekend.
Yes, so far everybody's been dodging any of these morning showers. He's been talking about the heat precautions down there. We've had a few showers. The heavier ones have been off towards the west. You can see there's a few even develop in western parts of Douglas and Sarpy County, but everything on the map for the most part moving due north, maybe a little bit northeast. So we're going to be watching this morning. Scattered showers possible all the way up through noon, but they're pretty spotty and light. Not everybody's going to see one. 84 by noon, we'll go to 91. Still hot and humid today, even with a few morning showers. Let's get a look at our time saver traffic. Here's Jared.
Thanks, Rusty, and the good news is a pretty quiet commute into work this morning here on our Friday to wrap up this work week and start a three-day weekend. We do have a traffic signal issue here at Cumming and 30th, which seems to be malfunctioning. Hopefully crews will get out there and fix that soon. That's over by Creighton. Otherwise, we've got smooth sailing here on the interstate system this morning. We'll give you some speeds along I-80. Traffic running normal. Shouldn't run into any minor or major delays. 61 miles per hour westbound on I-80, eastbound traveling at just about 65 miles per hour. That's a look at your time saver traffic.
All right, Jared, thank you. Well, all across the state, football fans are excited for the Huskers season opener, now just one day away. But the team won't be in its entirety, at least not for the first game. Dave Zavolinsky's at Memorial Stadium to tell us which players will be sitting this one out. Dave?
Yes, Cerise, we knew yesterday, and a month ago, I should say, that the 5 players would be missing the season opener against BYU. Yesterday, Mike Riley made it all official by announcing those names after practice. 3 key contributors and 1 starter. His name is linebacker Michael Rose-Ivy. He will be out. Joining him on the sidelines for the opener, tight end Sethan Carter, lineman Robbie Painter, defensive back Jonathan Rose, and defensive end Joe Keel. So those 5 guys out. As for Rose-Ivy and filling that void, it'll be left up to a redshirt freshman by the name of Luke Gifford getting his first big start against the Cougars tomorrow. All right, well, a football team is comprised of about 100 players or so these days, and each and every one of them has a unique story to tell. The story for starting quarterback Tommy Armstrong is simply remarkable. It was about 10 years ago, just this past week, in Gulfport, Mississippi. Armstrong's mom picked him up, threw him in a car, and drove him to Texas to be with his grandparents. The reason? Hurricane Katrina. Well, their house took on a lot of water and roof damage. It was still standing, but Armstrong was never allowed to go back to his hometown of Gulfport, Mississippi. Instead, he spent the next 7 years and finished out his high school career in Texas. He says that experience is what shaped him into the player he is today, and more importantly, the man he is today.
That really is a thing that led me to be a leader and kind of thrived me to be the person I am. Thrive me to, try to better myself, not take anything for granted, and just appreciate everything that's been given to me.
Well, Jeff Packer will have much more on this remarkable story coming up in our Big Red Extra season preview that is tonight right here at 6:30 on WOWT 6 News. Now, you'll recall Armstrong had a career day in the Holiday Bowl last December, but the Huskers lost, and obviously that's what he wanted to do most, was win the game. And if he takes everything that he's learned over the last decade, which it sounds like he has, and applies it to what he did in the offseason, it could be a pretty special year here for the junior quarterback. Cerise?
Yeah, Dave, I know a lot of eyes will be on him. Everybody wants to know how he's going to look now.
Yeah, Mike Riley has NFL experience, and a lot of people think he can mold Armstrong into an even better quarterback. Obviously, only good news for Husker fans.
All right, Dave, we'll see in just one more day. Thank you so much. Well, the college football season officially got underway yesterday. The Big Ten teams played their season openers. Minnesota faced an uphill battle taking on second-ranked TCU. Trailing by 13 late in the fourth quarter, quarterback Mitch Leidner connects with J.J. May, putting the Gophers within one possession, but It's too little too late. Minnesota drops their opener, losing by 6, and the Michigan Wolverines also fall short, losing to Utah 24-17. Looking forward to tomorrow, the Iowa Hawkeyes starting things up at 11 a.m. against Illinois State. The Huskers have a 2:30 kickoff in their season opener against BYU, and in Ames, the Iowa State Cyclones take on the UNI Panthers. The in-state rivalry game gets underway at 7 o'clock. 6:35 right now. According to the National Safety Council, almost 400 people will die this holiday on the roads, and more than 47,000 others will be seriously injured. It is a reminder for all of us to use extra caution with so many drivers on the roads this weekend. Jenna James joins us now with the precaution to take. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning, Cerise. Nationally, traffic deaths are up 14% this year compared to last year. It's why local and state law enforcement are going to be out in full force this weekend patrolling for safety. One of the areas they're going to be looking for, drunk drivers. So AAA gave us this example of the number of 12-ounce beers and a 150-pound adult can have in an hour and how it might affect them. So if you have 3, right off the bat from there, you're going to have already slower reaction times. Add a 4th one to that, and now your BAC is up to that .08 limit. Add 2 more to that, and you're looking at having difficulty doing some basic functions, texting, being able to walk in a straight line. Then, if you double that and have 12, your BAC gets up to 30%. And considering it takes about 90 minutes for your body to work off one of these, you're going to be out of commission for quite a while if you do 12, so consider getting a designated driver. Now, during this actual law enforcement period last year, police nabbed about 76 drunk drivers, and they also during that same time cited more than 2,000 people for speeding, so you're also going to watch out for those speed limits this weekend so all of us can have a safe and happy Labor Day. Reporting live, Jenna James, WWT 6 News.
Now, here's weather on the 6s.
All right, thanks, Jenna. A little past 6:36. We're at 75 right now. There's a 30% chance of an isolated shower in the metro from now through about noon. By noon, we'll go to 84 and then another warm and humid day. So even with a few showers on the map this morning, I still think we're going to make it up to about 91 today. You can see this rain off towards the west. For the most part, it's been lifting to the north and a little bit northeast, but there are a few showers in close to the metro. Western fringes of Douglas, Sarpy County, you're going to have an isolated 1 or 2 go from south to north. So Waterloo, Elkhorn, Gretna, you're going to be the first to see these, at least the ones that are on the map. Another little small one trying to get going here near the Council Bluffs area. Taking a little closer to this one, you can see there are a few showers that are going to run right up I-80 the way it looks into parts of western Iowa. But for today, most of the showers stay mainly west of the river. We go to 91 for the high, and they're mainly just during the morning. Tomorrow, 91 in Omaha. Maybe about 93, 94 down in Lincoln for that game. So that's going to feel like 100, maybe even more. Keep that in mind. Dave's been talking about it all morning. And then Sunday, 94 for the high with a slight chance of an evening storm. That would be the start of some cooler air trying to move in for most of next week. Let's go ahead and get a look at our time saver traffic now. Here's Jared.
Thanks, Rusty, and great news if you're heading into work here on your Friday morning. Well, that's probably the bad news. But the good news is there's not a lot of traffic issues happening right now. We've got a signal out here. It's malfunctioning at Cumming and 30th Street. So be aware of that. As morning wears on, we may see a little bit of a backup in that area. Elsewhere, we've got 480 here at the river, and you can see traffic moving just fine as we take a look at I-480 if you need to take the quick hop over the river this morning. That is a look at your time saver traffic. Cerise?
All right, Jared, thanks so much. I'm here with the Omaha Northwest High School Band. How you guys doing? They are such a fun bunch. We got a taste of what they sound like a little earlier in the show. I'm here now with Dominique Robinson. So good to have you here. And you kind of, I heard, lead the energy of this band. You guys put on a fun show, I heard, in the stands. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, our show is basically we want to get the crowd pumped so that way we can get the football field pumped, because what I didn't notice until my sophomore year was that the more energy we have, then the more energy they have, and it gets fun for everybody. So the more we're going, we're doing chants like, yeah, we're going to win this, then the scores get better, and it's an important job for us.
So you guys are really behind all the wins, right?
Well, I wouldn't say that. But.
No, but you get the crowd going. Tell us about some of the fun music you play.
Well, we have Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble, and I had the privilege of doing the GOAT Scream in the other version they have. And it's really fun. We get the drums back there, our man John, he's always kicking the triplets, and we're just going and going, and how am I trying to say this? Help me out. There it is. Okay, so
You're good, but you guys have a good time. Tell us all the hard work you put into it.
Oh man, we practice literally every day. We have rehearsals and we're always working on our tone, our breathing, Jim, because we can't have good sound without good air. So the more we practice that, the more we practice tone and being together and also being a family, then it just helps us play better.
All right, we're going to see how you guys play. We're looking forward to your performance. You guys ready? Yeah! They're going to be performing live right here outside our WOWT 6 News studio in just a bit. We're also going to check back live with Dave Zavolinsky, who's going to tell us how to get the most out of your tailgating experience. And we're going to check in with sports director Ross Jernstrom, who is live at Friday football breakfast with KFB. So we got a lot going on. You're watching WOWT 6 News live at Daybreak.
These sandwiches have always been crafted for 2 medium to large-sized hands. Until now. Arby's new $1.29 sliders are still meat-crafted with your favorite meats, but meant to be eaten one-handed, freeing up your other hand for a second Arby's slider. Arby's new $1.29 sliders. Arby's, we have the meats.
Right now at Baldwin's Flooring America's annual sale. Get up to 50% off and up to 24 months financing. There's never been a better time to buy. Baldwin's Flooring, Omaha's #1 flooring company.
The Hilskys invite you to join them at Cellar 426. Award-winning wines, specialty food, and breathtaking views. Just moments away from Omaha or Lincoln. Just off I-80 on exit 426. Cellar 426 Winery. An experience like no other.
Get a good look. Because this is the last you'll see of the 2015 Nissans.
Now's your final opportunity this summer to get holiday bonus cash on the last of this year's models during Nissan's Bottom Line Model Year-End event. For a limited time on select models, get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash on top of existing offers.
Bonus cash ends soon.
Shop your local Nissan store and choosenissan.com. Nissan, innovation that excites.
And your new dentures will be ready in a few weeks.
A few weeks? How am I going to eat?
With this.
I am not doing that.
Okay, let's try something new.
And your dentures will be ready Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
At Aspen Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're fixing dentistry with dentures in days and the money-back guarantee. Just call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
Being a big sister is a big responsibility, but with Grace Ann on the job, everything is under control. Peekaboo, bring it on. Lullabies, piece of cake. Running for a binky, no problem. Anymore. Diagnosed with asthma when she was a baby, Grace Ann sticks to a treatment plan made just for her by the lung specialists at Children's Hospital and Medical Center, the best place for kids. And now, just the way Big Sister likes it, everything is under control. Children's Hospital and Medical Center. We know children.
WOWT 6 News Daybreak continues now.
We are live back here in Lincoln. The rain has actually started falling. Maybe that's some good news as it'll cool off those temperatures. Also, you might hear the band. They are practicing indoors to wait out the lightning and rain here in the area. Well, for many fans, the football part of the day, it only lasts 3 hours, and the rest of the day is a day-long celebration. When you're talking about a day-long celebration, you have to talk about food. So many people love to tailgate these days. So this morning we want to introduce you to Ron from Helping You Barbecue out in West Omaha to see if he can help you maybe spice up your tailgating menu.
Typically at a tailgate, you're going to see brats, you're going to see hamburgers, you're going to see hot dogs, things like that. This is completely different.
You got that right. Armadillo eggs, stuffed mushrooms, and chicken cordon bleu meatloaf are all on Ron's tailgating menu.
Keeping it simple is very, very important.
Just 3 easy steps will get you the armadillo eggs. First, clean out the jalapeno peppers.
Don't ever touch your eyes.
Then stuff them with cheddar and cream cheese, and finally, wrap it all in sausage.
It just looks like a big meatball.
But it tastes a whole lot better, just like these stuffed mushrooms with sage sausage and more cream cheese.
Gotta have extra creamy cheese.
1 hour later, and this is the end result.
That's just about perfect.
Back inside, it tastes as good as it looks. Wow. One last message from Ron.
There are no rules in barbecue. We're going to give you a baseline and you make it your own. That's what makes it good.
And you're ready to tailgate.
All right, our thanks to Ron from Helping You Barbecue. Here's the good news. If you want the recipes, we posted a couple of those on our website. Just search barbecue. It'll take you right to them. And if you want to know about Ron's credentials, guess what? He's not going to be here tomorrow. He's going to be at the CenturyLink Center. And that's because he's competing in a barbecue competition. We're here live at Memorial Stadium as the rain is falling and the band is practicing, getting ready for tomorrow's game. 91,000 people will be here tomorrow, which means many people won't be here. Now, many do that by choice because, well, they just prefer to do it in their man caves, in the comfort of their own home. Coming up tonight on our Husker season preview special, Brian Mastery went all over the Heartland area looking for some of the best man caves. Here's a look at some of what he was able to find. Now, this one in particular that you're looking at right now, this guy was house hunting. They narrowed it down to a couple of houses, and they decided to buy this house simply because of the man cave.
That was like my selling point on this house. My fiance, she wanted, you know, the nice kitchen and all that. And when I came down here, I was like, yeah, we can do this house.
All right, and again, Brian Mashley have much more of that on the Big Red Extra season preview tonight at 6:30. We want to get a look at today's weather forecast now. And Rusty, what's the deal here, man? I told you about the lightning on my way over to Lincoln this morning, and right now, raining.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any lightning. That's all off to the west, but you can get inside and get dry.
Good.
I was going to do a little crosstalk, talk about some recipes, but we'll let you go find somewhere dry to stand and get out of the way of the
Thanks, I appreciate it, bud.
No problem. We do have a few showers on the map right now. 75 is where we're at, and south wind at about 13 miles per hour right now. It's warm, it's humid, and sometimes you get all that warmth and humidity, a lot of it rushing north, and, well, it bubbles up a few showers and a few thunderstorms during the overnight hours, and that's exactly what we have happening right now. 74 by 7 a.m., 84 by noon, 91 by 5 o'clock this afternoon. So even after we get rid of these morning showers, still going to be warm enough to reach the low 90s. You can see how all the heavier, steadier rain's been off towards the west and continue to lift to the north. A lot of this is moving from south to north. And you can see as we take you in a little closer here, close to spotty showers we have out around Valley, and then one down here southwest of Gretna. Have been a few in parts of western Pottawatomie County, but for the most part the metro right now dry. But we'll keep an eye on these, see if any more try to develop. As the sun rises, some of these are going to start to fade away too. 75 in Omaha, 70 in Council Bluffs, 74 in Millard right now. And, well, you can see bigger picture. All the rain, model's doing a good job picking up on it to the west. Watch what happens between now and 9 o'clock. Scattered showers, few isolated thunderstorms still. Mainly west of the metro, a few isolated ones could sneak as far east as the river all the way through noon. And then even with that, I still think we're going to have enough time to recover. South wind kicks in and it'll drag in all this warm air. And we'll go to 91 again by 3 o'clock. There may be a few spots that don't quite make it to 90, but regardless, it's still going to be hot and humid all afternoon long. 91 by 5 o'clock. Then this evening, look what happens. 87 by 7 o'clock. It's dry, but it is warm, it is windy, and it's going to keep that warmth around. 82 by 10 o'clock. So during all those high school football games, you're playing football and watching football in the 80s. Tomorrow, you'll be watching football in the 90s if you're heading down to Lincoln. It is going to be a toasty one. A high of 91 in Omaha. That's going to be 93, close to 94 degrees in Lincoln. Keep that in mind. And remember, the game starts at 2:30, so you're watching football during the hottest part of the day. So the high temperature and the temperature it is during the game, those numbers are going to be very similar. 94 for the high on Sunday. Chance of some evening storms. Could have a few more Monday and Tuesday, but notice it drags in some cooler air behind it. High temperatures near 77 on Wednesday. So looks like it's going to be cooler by next week, and we're going to send it over to Jared Time Saver Traffic right now. I was going to talk to Dave, but I figured it'd be good to get him out of the rain.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea at this point. So some traffic updates. We're actually going to we'll look at the city right now, and really not a whole lot going on here. So we want to give you some updates on any construction that has been an issue in the past. If you are commuting down to Lincoln tonight or tomorrow, We're looking at I-80 and Highway 6. No construction, at least none that they've reported, so that's all good. It should be smooth sailing into Lincoln tomorrow on those main thoroughfares. And then a look at Wahoo. We do have that new expressway open that bypasses Wahoo now, which may be another alternative route. And then plenty of stops here. StarTran, the Big Red Express, a great tool. You can pick up any one of these shuttles. They're all around the stadium here. It's $10 round trip, but that does get you a parking lot and free shuttle there to the stadium and then back, and that starts 2 hours prior to kickoff. We do have our sports director, Ross Jernstrom, who will be down there, but today he's at the Big Red Football Friday breakfast. Hey, what's going on, Ross?
Hey, good morning, Jared. I'll tell you what, it's great to be out here. We're ready for the start of the college football season, and with me is a legend at Nebraska football. Yes, he was the All-American linebacker for the 1970 National Championship team at Nebraska, the all-time leading tackler, Jerry Murtaugh. Jerry, you got that football fever right now?
Yes. If I was a player right now, I'd be going, oh, thank you, Lord, it's finally here. Beating on each other for a month, and then now you want to beat on somebody else. So, yeah, it's here. I'm excited. Us old guys are really excited. We get excited, we could die. You never know now. So, it's fun.
What was it like just waiting for that first game after being at fall camp for 4 weeks?
Well, like I said, it got old, really old. Hitting Dan's nice for 4 years, and then senior year it kept beating and beating. You want to hit somebody else, and this is it. This is the season. That's what you're working for. Get started. I'm excited for these young kids.
You have a radio show. You talk to a lot of these Huskers.
Oh, yes.
And what's your feeling about this year's team?
Well, I've talked to Banderas and Hovey and a few of these other young men. They're excited. It's a new beginning. It's a new coaching staff. It's just excitement that should be here. Yes. Not that it wasn't, but it just seems like these young men are ready to go out and play football.
Okay. Well, Jerry, hey, thanks for joining us.
You.
Enjoy the breakfast today and have some eggs.
I will. Thank you.
Jerry Murtaugh, All-American for the 1970 National Championship team. Hey, let's go down to Dave Zavolinsky at Memorial Stadium. Dave?
All right, Ross, thanks a lot. We want to recap today's top story, especially from here in Lincoln. It's game week. The season's here, but unfortunately, we're talking about some suspensions. Mike Riley announced the names of the 5 players who will miss tomorrow's opener against the Cougars. Want to run through those real quickly. They are starter at linebacker Michael Rose-Ivy. In his place, starting, will be a redshirt freshman, Luke Gifford. All right, the other guys suspended: tight end Sethan Carter, lineman Robbie Painter, defensive back Jonathan Rose, and defensive end Joe Keel. So those 5 players will not be in tomorrow's games. Thankfully, for Huskers fans at least, the Cougars will be shorthanded as well. Take a look at this video. At the end of their bowl game last season against Memphis, they lost it in heartbreaking fashion. They threw an interception in double overtime to seal the deal for the Memphis win. After that, an all-out brawl ensued on the field. Up to 10 players are going to miss the game for the Cougars tomorrow. Unlike Mike Riley, Bronco Mendenhall, the BYU coach, a little bit of gamesmanship here. He's not announcing the names of those players, so we're going to have to wait and see who will be missing from the Cougars' starting lineup tomorrow. We are back here live in Memorial Stadium. Thankfully, I'm undercover as it continues to pour behind us. That is delayed band practice. They were supposed to start at 6:30 this morning. A few of them are playing out here behind me right now. Thankfully, we do have some music for you this morning. Back at our studios, let's send it over to Cerise Cole. Cerise, you're enjoying the nice music from a marching band.
I'm telling you, this band is fantastic. And Dave, they've made me an honorary member. I've got the letter sweater to prove it. Rusty, they're going, and we are looking forward to. Let them go. Well, we did not know that was coming. Let's hear it for this band. They are amazing.
I did not plan on dancing this morning.
We didn't know we'd be dancing, but they Rusty, let's get a final check of the weather.
Well, we missed out on all the rain. It's still off to the west. We'll let these guys play up so they can get on the bus and make sure we don't get any rain here while they're out here.
All right, we'll see you at 7:26.
WOWT 6 News is everywhere. Download our new app today. Available in the App Store and Google Play.
From WOWT 6 News.